Hey everyone, today I want to share some of my teams for World Arena. Let's get right into it. My first team is a 5-hero Mystifiers composition, based on applying as much crowd as possible and on survival. That's why I run 3 Monarchs and Tiamat. Tiamat is a never-dying unit, so she's in slot 2. Dullahan is amazing at increasing the stack limit of corrosion, so he pairs perfectly with Tiamat. Catherine is here to apply anti-heal. She's very fast with her skin and applies a lot of corrosion stacks. Phalos is a filler here, but he's excellent at that role and also increases the damage. That corrosion deal Sastrid is one of the best heroes. In the game, she has excellent synergies, one of the most unique and broken exclusive runes. And she applies stun and corrosion whenever corrosion is applied. For the relics, I'm using these. Although it doesn't matter too much, Mystifier's relics aren't that important? You don't have to match the synergy perfectly, as it's not that game-changing. My second team is also Mystifiers, but this is the burst variation. It's an all-in strategy centered on Wukong. You have the Underworld chest, guard, and a Kron relic, which allows this whole combo to trigger all over again. We have Gaia, and we all know that she is one of the best heroes in the game. The swap mechanic allows Mulan to follow up on Monkey's basic attacks when the Gourd procs, which happens multiple times because of the Underworld chest. You also have Emily, who applies 5 stacks of corrosion per allied heroes for a total of 25 stacks. This team is a coin flip. It's a solid middle-of-the-road team that depends on your opponent. You're going to lose against Avengers and Dooms, but you can snag a win against other teams. My third team is Avengers. I really like this team. It almost can't lose, especially considering you're not putting your top-tier resources into it. You have 3 good heroes and 2 fillers. Victoria is excellent because she has the Bind Rune effect and the Monarch synergy. Albert is also a synergy filler, but he has pessimism on his runes. I got his red runes, so he can change the outcome of fights quite often. The strategy is self-explanatory. If someone dies, Isis brings them back. She's Aphrodite enabler, and Mavis is here to pick up anything that's left over. The relics aren't exceptional because this team wins 90% of the time, so you don't need to invest a lot into it. My fourth team is also Avengers, but this time with Phantoms. It's a strategy of recycling all the units until the enemy team dies, to the point where they can't match the revives. Narissa and Janna are the main DPS, and Hecate is here for the attack increase. Ying-Jung is amazing here. His double action on every turn is fantastic. That's why I also use a Lance Relic with him. I also put Magatom on this team because it's slightly weaker on the team before, and they revive much more often because of the Avengers and Phantoms synergy, giving the Magatom a much higher value. This team wins about 85% of the time. Janna is worthy of the red runes if you're a spender, though she's not a priority if you're not. She does get an insane amount of shield, which is especially broken in the Shield Foggy. She's as good as Amaterasu. This team isn't unique, but it's effective. Ying-Jung and Hecate are one of the best pairs. He increases the healing conversion to attack, which Hecate loves. My fifth team is Odora with Dooms. After struggling to make Odora useful this season, I found this is the only way. It requires pairing her with 2 of the most broken heroes for her to have a reliable win rate. I use Ophelia because she's a bind counter, and she converts the extra HP provided from Elisha and from Leviathan's runes. I got Leviathan's red legendary runes recently. They're okay, but not a must-have. This team struggles against Avengers the most, but it wins quite often just because of how stacked it is. The relics are niche. You have to Sanctuary relics with Ophelia in the team. I also use the HP increasing artifact you read about my 6th team on Discord from the doggy. I think tried a variation of it, and it works really well. While it doesn't beat the top meta teams, it has a decent win rate. The logic is, Hades eats 1 hero, Wu Zetian steals the 2nd, and Pandora deals with the remaining 3. Bahamut serves as CC, and Ra soaks damage. The duel on Ra also allows Pandora to trigger her ult more times. It's a survival team built for Hades and Pandora. It's cheesy, and it works. I did Gaveta Banner, and a Cauldron artifact for Survival 7th team is one of my strongest, and it performs surprisingly well. I'm still fascinated that it can beat both Aphrodite and Leviathan. In the same enemy lineup, I didn't see it anywhere, I just made it randomly. But it worked amazingly. It's nothing special. Just 2 strong heroes and 3 mid-tier heroes together me 8th team is functional. If not amazing, it's an annoying team focused on reflecting damage back. This team would be better if Victoria had her 12-star red or epic runes, but I can't afford Fat Me 9th team rarely sees play, as I usually win before it's needed, so I haven't tested it much. It's built for survival and burst damage. I think it does well, but I can't speak with certainty. I'm sad I'm not using Lee, Gloria, or Serafina. I did try Serafina, but I think Karnak has slightly better synergy with the shield breaking on these heroes, so I kept Karnak instead. Until then, these are my teams. I don't think I'll be changing much about them before the end of the World Arena season. They're quite solid, and I'm beating top players right now, although it will come down to Tolik and who has more attempts or money. Now for a quick battle recap. This first battle is a coin flip since he runs banish. If Tiamat gets banished, I lose. My trump card here is that Tiamat refuses to die. Team 2 is a mirror matchup, and I win because I'm the attacker. 4. Team 3, this team from Z, although I think Vic made it and Z copied it. But take that with a grain of salt, works like a charm, personally. I would use a different Doom hero here instead of Leandra, but she's doing the job. It beat this team, even with his high overpower. That's what I expect from this team, to beat compositions that people think are good but aren't. Here's Odora beating a Leviathan, though I'm really disappointed in Odora this season. My Hades team lost here, but his team is stacked and had Magatama, so it's expected. And my last team beat his Avenger, Phantom team. Dooms are just broken. That's it for today. I hope you learned something or enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe, and see you next time.